I'm going to take advantage of the fact that there is a microphone. You know, I still have Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet to go, so I'm going to save a little bit of my voice for later. Anybody who is just joining us here at this stage of the book crawl? All right, you, sir. We got several new people. Just in case you don't know what's going on, my name is Jess Winfield. I'm a founder of the Reduced Shakespeare Company. I'm here today to promote my novel, but also to attempt to break the world's record for the most Shakespeare plays performed solo in a single day in Brooklyn. If you missed it on the IKEA ferry on the way over, I knocked off all 16 of Shakespeare's comedies, so we got off to a good start. We've already done Julius Caesar and Macbeth. Julius Caesar in the Italian section of town, and Macbeth at a Celtic bar. So I really wanted to do, because you know, this is a sort of dock area, and we started down at the ferry terminal. I thought it would be really cool to do Othello, the Moor of Venice. But then I actually looked up Moor in the dictionary and find out that it's not a place where you tie up boats. Not in the Shakespeare context, anyway. So I'm going to be winging it a little bit today. And since we have this, who knew that this was a music store, among other things, I'm finding myself inspired by that. So I think I'm going to attempt to break another record today and become the first white man to attempt to rap the entirety of Othello, the Moor of Venice. I'm going to do this in the spirit of cross-racial healing. I know that there's a lot of strain, but with the New Yorker cover and all that, I'm going to reach beyond that. I just happen to have a little bit of costumage. A little blank. Here we go. Got one of these. As the bard would say, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, Othello, the Moor of Venice. It's the story of a brother by the name of Othello. He liked white women and he liked green jello. And a punk named Iago who made himself a menace because he didn't like Othello, the Moor of Venice. Now Desi loved Othello like Adonis loved Venus. And Desi loved Othello because he had a big sword, but Iago had a plan. That was clever and slick. He was crafty, he was sly, he was sort of a penis. He said, I'm going to shut them more. How you going to do it? Tell us. I know his tragic flaws, that he's too damn jealous. Need a dupe. A dope, I need a kind of a schmo. So he find a chump sucker named Cassio, and he plants on him Desdemona's handkerchief. So Othello get to wondering just or maybe if, while he been out fighting, commanding an army, well, Desi and Cass playing hide the salami. Salami. Now, damn, I went down. Now, Iago got caught, but he probably copped it. Salah, help me out. You know it better than me.
Hi, this is Lonnie. But there's Amelia at the door.
But there's Amelia at the door, who we met in Act 4, who say you big dummy. She wasn't no whore. She was pure, clean, virginal too. So why'd you have to go and make her face turn blue? It's true. It's you. Now what you gonna do? And Othello say, damn, this is getting pretty scary. So he pulled out his blade and committed Harry-Carry. Iago got caught, but he probably caught the plea, loaded up his bags, moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Africa! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's 27 plays down, and I've only gone down on one line all day.
All right!
Robin Hood!
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Lead him, lead him.
All right, so, oh, this is going to be so nice, reading from a mic. for those of you who don't know, I'm also promoting my first novel, which came out last week from 12 Books. It's called My Name is Will, a novel of sex, drugs, and Shakespeare. It looks a little bit like this. It's getting some great reviews. There's one coming out in the LA Times tomorrow that's really nice from my hometown. There's also one coming out in the New York Times book review next Sunday, which I've had a sneak peek of, and it's good. The book, for those of you who don't know already, very quickly, it's about two William Shakespeares. One, the one we know in 1582 at age 18, trying to become a poet and a playwright, and being chased by Queen Elizabeth's anti-Catholic priest hunters because he's a dissident Catholic. And the other one is young William Shakespeare Greenberg, a would-be Shakespeare scholar in 1980s California, who is trying to write his master's thesis on the proposition that the bard was in fact Catholic. And they are both being chased by government agents for their dissident tendencies and counterculture ways. So the chapter that I've been reading is from the 1582 half of the book, where William Shakespeare is actually about to jump on a stage for the very first time. He's out there with a band of his merry men, his rude mechanicals, if you know the play Midsummer Night's Dream. Some of his friends and locals have gone out into the forest where they're rehearsing a play for a Whitsuntide pageant. And they get into a little bit of a scuffle because the director of the pageant proposes that they perform the death of Robin Hood. And this has various political overtones, Robin Hood being the symbol of England. And in the play, he's actually murdered by the prioress of an abbey, which is a Catholic symbol. And so the argument is this the right sort of play to perform? And William has just gotten fed up with the discussion and has gone off to the side of the stage to chat with his friend and local apothecary, dealer of herbs, unguents, and potions, Philip Rogers, who has just plucked a few mushrooms from a pile of dung and put them in his belt. "Are they edible?" William asked idly. Rogers cocked his head. "In a way." William looked up. William nodded non-committally. Philip Rogers was a